All right, well, if you're planning down on heading to wine country, you have to make Rosewood Estates one of your stops, not just for the amazing view, which we're going to check out, but for their amazing wine as well. And we are here with the head winemaker. And what do we got here? What's going on?
Yeah, so here at Rosewood, we're really excited to kind of get into our new spring releases, summer release lineups. Right now we're trying to showcase our White Rabbit, which is our white blend, and our Rosé Flora, which is our rosé blend. These wines are super exciting. We release them around this time, try to every year. These are really good patio sippers, summer sippers. First wine that we have is our White Rabbit, so it's a white blend.
So what am I going to taste in this blend here?
So it's up to you really what you taste on your palate, but super refreshing, lemon zest, lime, a little bit of melon. It's a 4-grape blend, so Pinot Gris, Semillon, Gewürztraminer, and Chardonnay.
Before we try this other one, tell me about this space that we're in, because it's pretty incredible. Brand new, eh?
Yeah, brand new for us. This retail has kind of been renovated really for the summertime. We started renovations in January, so in the winter. Grand opening this spring, re-grand opening, sorry, this spring. Beautiful bottle shop, a lot of hard work went into it. It's perfect for the summer right now, ready for everyone to come in and check it out. We're super pumped for it, and it looks really nice.
This great tasting space too. Doug, when we think about, we're going to try this other wine too, but when you think about your role here as winemaker, how do you see the future of this place going with you kind of leading the way?
Not so much me. I'm just kind of another piece to another cog in the system here. Rosewood's more of a mentality and kind of what we're doing, trying to keep the same projection of super honest wines, trying to be vintage variation wines, so trying to tell a story of the place and the people that make it and that grow it, versus trying to put any influence on it. So me and with Justin, the other winemaker as well, just trying to make the best wines we can possible, be fully transparent with our consumer, and make good products.
All right, let's give this one a try. What do we got here again?
Yeah, sure. So this is our rosé for the summer. It's a 5-blend rosé, which is pretty atypical, but for us, it's kind of what made sense for us.
Yeah.
Again, super refreshing, really strawberry. Super juicy, which is a word that's used a lot, but for us, it's a really juicy wine. Cab Franc, Gamay, Cab Sauv, Pinot, and Syrah.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not just about the wine here, because you got a great selection of food and bites here too. So I'm going to have this. We're going to talk a little bit later, but I'm going to head inside, talk to the chef. But we are continuing all morning long here at Rosewood Estates Winery and Meadery. We're having a great time on CHCH Morning Live. All right, Rosewood Estates Winery is where you find us here today. And again, Emily couldn't work today on the remote, so I drew the short straw, and thankfully I did, because not just the drink is good, but the food is good here too. And I know that because I'm here with Chef Peter. Chef Peter, you've been here about 3 months, and you've had quite a career up until this point already. Tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Well, I don't like to really polish too much, but I've worked in London, Australia, a few places, most notably locally with Trios Wines at the winery restaurant there. And I've kind of used my experience there and my influence from traveling around, been to all the continents that grow wine, or like that produce wine, and just took those influences and started making good food with local ingredients. And
you've worked with Michelin star chefs at Michelin star restaurants, so you got a resume. And just looking at the food, I haven't even tasted it yet, Peter, but looking at it, I can tell you're qualified for here. So what are we looking at? What do we got?
So we have 3 plates. These are all plates from our weekly menu. It's available all week long, from about 11 till 5 during the week. And then during the weekend, it's 11 till 6.
So what do we got here?
This is our white bean dip. So we take fermented chilies that we use in our hot honey, and then we take the leftovers, whip it with a little white bean. So it's like a white bean hummus. All the vegetables are local. The radishes come from Ome Farms.
Are the floral notes edible here?
Yeah, floral notes are all edible. Those all come from our garden in the back, same as these little breakfast radishes.
Oh my gosh, Peter, come on.
Then we have our sourdough bread, which is we ferment overnight and make fresh every day with a little bit of whipped honey butter. The honey butter is made with grass-fed organic beef, organic dairy, not beef, obviously. And then the sausage, which we get from Little Fields Farm, just outside Brantford. They do pasture-raised pork, so it's all forage, all natural, really delicious. So it's a honey garlic smoked sausage that their butcher made for us, mixed with some sauerkraut underneath that we make ourselves.
That's what that sauerkraut is? Yeah. Okay, that looks delicious.
And then a little bit of a mustard that we made with mead. and honey, just to
Okay.
kind of bring it all together, and people really
I'm
love
gonna
it.
need a
And
full bite here.
we sell about 6 jars a weekend of that.
Sick, really, eh? Of the
Just-
mustard.
Yeah, just people eat it and like, oh, we really want some of that.
Hold on, I do
It's
want.
tricky, yeah.
Is that too much?
No, it's good.
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
Mustard's good.
All right, so we're talking about, this is the menu you can get every day
day.
during the week,
Yeah.
but you also have a feature menu, right?
Yeah, we have a feature menu, which is very seasonal and fresh and fun and interesting and just.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in just a second.
Yeah.
This is served with this is a chilled red I'm drinking here.
Yeah, it's the PTG. It's a new release as well for spring. It's a chilled wine, so it's going to go nicely with the flavors. It's summer now, so the food's very light, very refreshing. There's
All
no
right.
braises. You don't need big, heavy reds.
Well, listen, you've set the bar high with your weekly menu. I can only imagine what I'm going to find out in the featured menu, which we're going to find out here as we continue from Rosewood Estates on CHCH Morning Live. And we are back here at Rosewood Estates Winery, and after finishing the weekly menu with Chef Peter, we're out here on the patio. We're trying some of the feature menu. So this is stuff that's rotating. How does this work then?
Yeah, so every week, Friday through Sunday, we have a set of about 6 to 8 dishes that we source locally and change with the season. So we'll either pick something from a regenerative farm first, ideally something that's soil first, and then we'll move the organic down if we can't find it, or then we'll find a supplier that has organic connections that we can go. So we try to keep all of our food good.
Good, fresh,
yeah,
local.
good, fresh,
I mean, like,
local.
it's not
Yeah.
getting more fresh than this
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
really good.
Okay, so what are we working with here? What do we
Okay,
got?
so the first one, the skewers. It's miso roasted cabbage. So the cabbage is steamed for a bit, and then we glaze it with miso, put it on a little flat top, and then a little bit of ponzu sauce and a little spicy mayo.
Okay. So what am I going to get? What's going to hit me here on the
You're
first
going
bite?
to get a lot of umami, a
lot?
lot of different flavors, a little bit of spice, a
Oh,
little bit of heat.
what about that cabbage though, too?
And the cabbage is great. Cabbage is an underrated ingredient.
Absolutely, it's
Yeah.
cooked. It's cooked to perfection too.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man.
Yeah.
Like that's real
Steaming
good.
the cabbage is great if you grill it and
Yeah.
then just cover it with the steamer and you're just.
It's
gonna be
not.
perfect,
It's
yeah.
not too chewy, but you get a little bit of the
Yeah.
crunch from that cabbage. Okay, what do we got here then?
So these are turnips from Substrata Farms. They do a local CSA box, actually in Beamsville. We roasted them with a bit of chili vinaigrette.
That color, man. That green.
yeah.
Look at that.
That's a little chive oil from our garden of chives. And then underneath is a little bit of baba ganoush. And then the little white slices are a little pickled and fermented turnips and stuff like that, because we really focus on the fermentation.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we gotta try this one now. What are we working with?
So this is a leeks vinaigrette take on it. Basically, leeks from the same farm as the cabbage, steamed and then grilled lightly. Mixed with a little bit of egg salad on
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
and
that's
then
what that is, eh?
Yeah, egg salad and a little bit of bacon
Bit of a
dressing.
mess. I'm gonna get another shot of that, Luke. A little cleaner later. I'm just going for the bite here, though. Sorry, I know it's offends you as a chef taking a big bite like that.
No, that's fine.
There we go.
It's meant to be eaten anyways.
Oh, absolutely. Do you find this like a bit of a not a challenge, but almost it challenges you as a chef when you see local ingredients and what you can make with it?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm very lucky. I don't have the confines of like a real restaurant here. I don't have to cook for 300 people on a weekend. I can just cook what I feel is good and also good for you. As my responsibility as a chef is to just take a really good ingredient and not screw it up, basically.
Well, you're doing a
and then
great
try to
job.
make it highlighted with as much as you can and not make it bad for you either.
You know, I was just about to say, like everything, you just taste the freshness, which is so good, and it's so delicious. And what are we working with here? You got a low alc kombucha there.
Yeah.
And what am I
So
working
you're
with?
drinking an afternoon.
Okay.
It's a blend of Sauv Blanc and Semillon, I believe. And it's very nice, and our menus are only on the afternoon, so I figured it'd be a perfect wine for pairing.
Well, absolutely. Well, now I know you got some more to cook, so I'll let you drink the low alc there.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Rosewood say, Chef Peter, you're going to want to try everything on his menu. You're going to want to come once, you're going to want to come twice, and that's the best thing.
It's going to change every week.
Every week. So take him up on the challenge. Chef Peter, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. We're continuing here all morning live on CHCH Morning Live. We are back at Rosewood Estates Winery and Meadery, and we're getting into the mead part because we're back with Doug McKenzie, a winemaker here at Rosewood Estates. And first of all, my first question is pretty simple. What is mead?
So mead, pretty simple product, but can be made really cool, which kind of what we're trying to do here at Rosewood. Mead is basically anything diluting honey to make alcohol. So we make a variety of different those. This one is a very classic mead, and I'll get more into it after. But mead at its heart is honey diluted with water to make alcohol.
Okay. Tell us about this one then.
So our mead hadden, this is part of our fortified series of meads. So fortified being we add base spirit to bring it up.
Okay.
But this is water, Pinot Noir skins, and then our estate honey fermented together. So on the Pinot Noir skins, and then skins separated. We fortify with grape spirit, so to bring it up to about 18%.
Okay.
And then we age it in ex-bourbon barrels from Heaven's Hill Distillery in Kentucky for about 5 years.
Okay.
And then we pull it out unfiltered at about 19%. So mead hadden kind of gives the name of like our take kind of on like kind of does taste like a mead hadden served with like a orange peel twist.
Yeah.
But that's kind of our take
Okay,
on it.
well, let me know what I'm going to be. Again, taste is all relative here, but
course.
what am I going to be, what's going to hit me when I take a sip here?
So right away, where you're going to get, you will get some of the barrel in it. Obviously, aged 5 years in the fortification, you really time to pull out that spirit.
Ooh, yes.
So it's not super intense, only again about
No.
19%, so not super overwhelming when it comes to alcohol.
Yep.
But you do get all the mouthfeels that you would get from a bourbon barrel. You kind of do get the cherries off the Pinot Noir skins, that cherry-esque to it. And then, yeah, full-bodied, super round.
We were talking to Chef Peter inside. He paired it with this perfect cheese
Yep.
board. Why is this a good pairing here?
Super good pairing for Chef Peter's food. Again, the really cool food program going on here at Rosewood this summer, this year. But with this, there's just so much going on the plate. You can really pair it with anything you want. It holds up to the cheese, holds up to the other cheese as well, to the candied walnuts, even the cherries themselves kind of playing back in.
I saw that, yeah.
It kind of encompasses the whole dish with the spirit.
And is this honey fudge?
Honey fudge, yes, yeah. Honey fudge made by Chef Peter again goes really well with it, kind of the dessert style of people enjoying this mead. So kind of pairs well with the roundness of the sugar coming from the fudge, kind of holding it up with the mead hadden.
Oh my gosh, Doug. Well, cheers. I need to pour yourself.
Hold on, yeah,
pour
I'll have to
yourself
do it.
one.
That's
Come
right.
on. We've had a great
Cheers.
time here. If you are in wine country, you have to make Rosewood Estates one of your stops, if not just for the view itself, but for the food, the drink. It's all here, and we've had a great time, but we're going to go send it back to CHH Morning Live.